version 3-in-1. I actually hate this. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I hate it because I forget it. Like, I'll take it just to work it out. I'll do it, and I'll think, oh, that's pretty. And then I'll put it aside, and I'll do something else, and I'll come back to this again, and it's like, Also, you can end up doing it like 2 different ways. That's why I'll explain this in a minute. Anyway, because I'm left-handed as well, the first time I learn it, I have to switch it around in my head. So when I forget it, not only have I got to relearn it, but I have to swear anyway. It's a pain in the arse. So ultimately, you'll be happy just to be able to do it once. And if you're left-handed, this is for you. So let's have a go with this, and I'll show you how I do it. So I'm doing them in the 1 ring size, as you do with this weave. 18 SWG wire gauge, 6.5 millimeters, which is your 1/4 in Imperial. So that's what we're going to do. Let me find some of those and some glasses. Okay, cool. Right, so to start off, let's chuck some of these rings out there. Right. I wasn't very prepared today, was I? Okay, so to start off, close up 3 of the rings. 1. Now, there are all manner of ways that people have started this, but this is the one that I found the most helpful. 3. And then put those 3 onto a closed ring. Sorry, onto an open ring. Can you tell I'm hot again? When will this weather ever end? Like that. Right. Once you've got your 3 and your 1, what I do is I put 2 of the added ones in one like that, and 1 in the other like that. So you make the ring that you picked them all up together is in the middle, and then your 3 that were closed to start are in your hand like that. And then I put that down. I let the first ring fall inwards like that, and then I let the other 2 sit on top of it in a stepped way. So you got that. That's how I do it, right? I know it seems a bit confusing. Do it a couple of times and you'll get it. So hold the 2 in the right hand, 1 in the left hand, let it go down like that. Let that first one drop, and then let those 2 drop on top of that. So you end up with that. That's how I do it. Okay, we've got that bit down. Let me just go and let the dogs out for a wee. Right. Hopefully you'll only have to start this once, because what you do then, and this is what I was trying to show you, once you've got a bit and you've put enough rings in, it's stable, label it and keep it, right? And then whenever you want to do a chain, start from the end, do it as long as you want, then shorten it to wherever you want, but keep a bit spare, right? They call it a starting chain or starting weave or something, but it stops you having to work out the start bit, because the first couple of rings, because it's so unstable, we sort of make them static on the desk until you can pick it up. I'm trying to get a better zoom for you here because it's quite touchy. Right, so we want to go through that eye and through that eye. So through that eye, and through that eye, yeah. Do him up. Don't be too precious about the closures for the sake of losing your work, because you can always go back and tidy him up later. Let him drop. And now you got that. So that's the 1 ring move you've got to do. The next ring move is you just want to put a ring inside this ring, but you want him to sit behind there, because you can see how these are stepped. So that one goes under that one goes under that one. So we put 1 in, we just want him to go under that one, but through this one. So I can do that without moving everything. Under that one, and through that one. And do him up. Once you get the swing of it, and push them together like that. Eventually, once it steadies, you can actually pick it up and it becomes a lot easier. So now we're back to where we were before. So we want a ring to go through that one and that one. Oops. So through that one and through that one. And tighten him up and let him drop. Just see the pattern is starting to form. And this next one is going through that ring, but you want him to sit underneath there. So there's two ways. You can do what I did just the first time round, where you actually go behind there and pick him up through, and then he will sit. Or if you want, you can just put him through at the front because it's easier. And then lift that ring and pop him in. See? That's the two ways that you can do it. It's starting to make sense now. So back to the first ring shape. So we want to go in through that one and in through that one. So in through that one and in through that one. So not worried too much about my closures at the minute. Let him drop. And then we're back to the second ring movement. Now I'm going to do it the front way because I'll be honest, I find that easier. So put one in the front there of that ring. And then just make sure he sits underneath there. That's it. And eventually, that's what you've currently got, look. Eventually you'll get a piece you can actually pick up and move around. And you keep that, then you start a chain. See, he's a little bit insecure at the minute because he's still a bit loose. But once you've put more in, then he becomes more stable. And then all you'll have to do is you'll go to your weave, your piece of already made stuff, decide how long you want to go, and just add on. So we want a ring to go through that one and that one. Oops. So through that one and through that one. And tighten him up and let him drop. Just see the pattern is starting to form. And this next one is going through that ring, but you want him to sit underneath there. So there's two ways. You can do what I did just the first time round, where you actually go behind there and pick him up through, and then he will sit. Or if you want, you can just put him through at the front because it's easier. And then lift that ring and pop him in. See? That's the two ways that you can do it.